What's up, everyone? It's Hart Pickers and Golden Finger Picker, and this is Pickers Church. And we're going to get into the topic a little bit. We'll hold off on the topic a little bit. Hold off just a minute. And we'll have a little fun with it, But what's up, Mr. Chad? How have you been doing?
I can't find my glasses.
Oh, shit. Mr. Magoo.
And my desk isn't that messy either. I don't see my reading glasses.
I don't find my glasses.
And they're breakable ones, so I don't want to have to, because these are my far away glasses. Yeah. Oh, well. It happens.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
I can wear my old ones. Yeah. Oh, everything's good. It's been a good week. Got about 37 things listed today.
37.
Picked up a huge lot of serious skincare, all sealed products. Some of it's older, but with stuff like that, and I've been doing some research, and when you get into kind of stepping outside your comfort zone, you need to do a little bit of research. And what happens with some of this stuff, even though it's, oh, there's the glasses over there. Yeah, I see them sitting right over there on the table. What happens is when they retire a product line or something, and somebody's been using that for a long time, they don't care if it's expired. Well, some of this stuff doesn't expire, but it's not as, they don't make it anymore. So the people will buy it 3 years later, 4 years later, because they want that same stuff that they were using before. But yeah, I was listening, already sold quite a few of them, and we'll make some really good money on it. And it was an offer up deal. We found it, and it's like, I think it's worth popping on. So, and there's probably over 100 items. And we paid $200. So,
I mean, it's not bad. I seen it. I would have never thought twice about it. So, I mean, it's the thing. Trying to think.
Well, somebody says everything expires, dude. There is no expiration on this anywhere. There isn't.
Did you see anybody, like when you were researching it? Did you see anybody with any expiration dates or anything like that?
Oh yeah. There's stuff that expires in 1 month. There's stuff that's been expired. I mean, it's as long as, because a lot of this stuff is like cream, and you can tell if it's dried up or not. And of course, you're going to take a risk. You could say it's new old stock, it's retired, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think it's worth a shot. I hope it all looks good, and it's still sealed. So I wouldn't sell anything if it wasn't sealed.
No.
Oh, jeezy, here we go. It's starting early.
Oh boy. Anyway, what was I gonna say?
But yeah, it's been. Guess what, Ronnie? We had empty nest syndrome today because Logan and Katie, they're officially moved. They got their place. They're totally moved in. Yeah. Well, check this out. Today, Kim and I was working all day, and Kim is so sick, man. She has been sick for like 2.5 weeks. We'd been to the hospital, and she got this pneumonia, and it's pretty bad. And she was laying down all day. So I was working all day, and I'm messaging Kate. It's like, how's Addie doing? She's sending pictures, and I'm like, you guys coming over when Logan gets off work? She's like, well, I don't know. I said, I'll buy dinner. So, and last night was their first night away. So yeah, it's one of those. I don't know. We love them.
I hope Kim feels better.
Yeah, it's been tough, man.
I know from freaking my week has been crappy somewhere. I got taxes almost all done. I just have to sign the papers at the end of the week someday, and they're done with. And then yesterday some jerk off cut in front of me, and I literally slammed on the brakes, hit the curb, popped my front tire. So I gotta get a new tire for my truck. And thing is, they have like road hazard or whatever it is, and it's everything but damage to a curb. It's like, but what are you gonna do? Could have hit the truck, and that would have been a whole different issue.
Yeah.
I would have been, my back.
Well, you just have all the worst luck when it comes to stuff like that. So,
dude, it's a brand new car. I had to replace the windshield last week. At least that was covered 100% by the insurance. I mean,
yes. Oh, that's gonna be a fun topic tonight, man.
Yeah, I mean, so I think there's enough people here. We got 100 and something people here. So today's topic is we're kind of going to talk the evolution, and not the WWF thing, the evolution of reselling, and kind of like where some people came and some people went when we started watching, when we started doing this, and just kind of have fun with this, a little bit. I mean, dude, I can tell you right now, so many people have changed, like just their business plans. You watch them over the years, some left, some gone. I mean, some probably don't even sell anymore. I know a few probably don't sell anymore. They probably went back to, and I know some of them went back to real jobs. I mean, just because that's what they wanted to do, So it's kind of interesting. How many I came up with that, it was crazy. And I remember a lot of it back in the day. I mean, it was all haul videos too.
And it was so basic. I mean, it was the real basic type thing.
You know what the sad part is? I can probably go back and take my first videos and upload them now, and they would be the same thing and get more views on them. It'd be like, hey.
I'm not going to say I've been posting some of my older views in my Facebook and Instagram, some of my older videos, but I have been. But yeah, it's, and when we say back in the day, okay, because reselling on YouTube is relatively young, okay. When we say back in the day on eBay, you're talking back in the 90s or the early 2000s. When we're talking reselling on YouTube, it's, I think, max like 6 or 7 years, maybe. So,
yeah, probably like 2010-ish, I would say.
There was probably some people out there that I just didn't know of it, but as far as in general, I think probably 2010-ish was probably the beginning. And the thing is just because there may have been only a small amount of people on YouTube that was reselling, that doesn't mean that only a few people were reselling. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we were reselling back then, long before then, but it's just, I don't know, this YouTube and reselling, I think, is an awesome thing. I think it's probably one of the coolest things out there.
I think it's a great way. Like, there's so many people I've known over the years. I mean, there's a lot of people I've talked to. They come and went. And there's some people I talk to still almost every, at least once a week, if not more. And, I can ask them anything, and they're willing to help me out in any way they can. And I think that's a large part of making the videos, because you were able to network with people. And it was always fun. You had your favorite people too.
Oh yeah.
There was always those people, like, you couldn't wait till they make a video, and then they made a video. You'd be like, oh, so-and-so made a video today. I got to watch this right now. Just like stop everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's true. It was a little bit different. It was far and few between, and it was more of an exciting thing. Now it's like, it's almost like comparing basic TV. For those of you guys who were around, which I don't even think Ronnie was, I'm old enough to understand what it means to TV meant black and white. Maybe if you were rich, you had a color TV, okay, and you had 3 channels, maybe 4, and then you're lucky, it depending on the weather or whether or not you could pick up some pretty cool UHF channels. Okay, so you have that, so you had to wait a whole week to maybe see a show. Okay, and it was far and few between seeing things that I enjoyed. You didn't really have a big choice. So then come along, the biggest thing that we benefited from where we lived was one of those motors that you could stick on your antenna, where you can actually rotate the antenna to where, because my dad would be like, go out and turn the antenna, and I had to go out there and grab this pole that's like 30 feet high and like twist it, and then I can hear him yelling because we didn't have air conditioning and the windows were open. So, he's out there, he's yelling, and he goes, turn a little bit more. No, back. And then we got a motor for it. Okay. And what we're talking about, that's kind of how YouTube has evolved as well. And then cable came along. Okay. And then if you had a little bit of money, you could get cable. Then if you really had a lot of money, you would get one of these big 10-foot dishes that were outside. Do you even remember the 10-foot dishes, Ronnie?
Yeah, I do remember those.
Okay. I mean, dude, that was
around when
you had to have a lot of money to get one of those. Never had one. Then, cable expanded, then satellite came in, and then now it's just, you can have a choice of anything you want to watch. That's how YouTube really started as well. Slim pickings, especially when it comes to reselling. Slim pickings, it's like there were a couple people on there, and we're going to be going through who the people are. We're going to be giving credit where credit's due, and throw some shade where some shade's due. But now everybody's going to be like, oh, I'm watching this show tonight. No, but it really expanded. So it was just reselling, the idea of reselling and people showing what they got and what they're doing with it. But now it's, if I want to learn about clothing, I can go look here. If I want to learn about electronics, I can go here. If I want to learn about antiques, I can go here. So the YouTube and reselling has evolved into this big ass tree with all these different branches. And I think it's wonderful. I think it's awesome. I think the internet is probably the best invention of the past 100 years. Easy.
Well, unfortunately, it's going to put all these damn retail stores out of business eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen where so many of the stores, like Circuit City, I mean, Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, like just things that you would never think about that would go out of business or out of business. You're like, oh wow, just 5 years ago, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a second, and this is one of the things I talk about a lot, like when we have these chats, if you take a minute and just think about how far we've come, just in reselling and the ability to get information, it's just been huge over the past 5-10 years, and it's just, for anybody that existed reselling before the internet and YouTube and stuff like that, it just makes you so grateful of what you're seeing. Of course, there's a lot of negatives that come along with it as well. I'm not going to be one sitting here saying that the market's saturated and the prices have come down, because something that was happening before the internet. Markets change, prices change. It's just at a different level. So, but yeah. Somebody says, Telly, what 22 says YouTube has been my best resource. And that's a really good thing, because what you need to do, I think this is a disclaimer, Ronnie, because a lot of these people, no, check this out. A lot of these people we may talk about tonight, people might go looking for them, you know, which is normal and which is good. But here's a disclaimer. Before you watch any YouTube channel, okay, and I'm not really thinking of anybody in particular, but before you watch any YouTube channel, do your due diligence, man. Don't just take for what you hear or see as the gospel. You know, look into it a little bit, and if it works for you, then jump on it and use that information. So, but I don't recommend going back 5 years ago to watch haul videos, because chances are, I mean, you can for entertainment purposes, but if you're wanting to see what's currently selling at the current market, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I wouldn't even go back watching haul videos from a year ago. I just wouldn't, because it wouldn't be, there's a good chance it wouldn't be relevant today. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that has changed. I mean, it's always changing. Some things went up, some things are worth more, some things are worth way less. I mean, it's crazy. But
Yeah.
I mean, I know I started my channel. You know, I used to put videos on eBay, and then I would delete them as we sold cars. That's what my channel was at. That's why it was called Hart's Motor Company. And all of a sudden it was like, you know, it was like, oh, what happened here? I started using that, not realizing it was going to become like what it came later. But I just put little videos up here and there, and hey, look what I found today. Look what I'm sending to Amazon. I mean, it was just some of those things.
Yep.
You know, but let's talk about this. Who are your like favorite people that you could remember? Like you had to watch them, like your little crush or something. I don't know how to
People
say
are probably going to laugh at me, because I mean, even now I go back and I'd look at a couple of the videos and I'd be like, I don't think I like this person as much as I liked him back then. You know, because a lot of times when you get to know people, you just dislike them. And that's another thing. No, that's another thing. That's another thing. It's really important. Okay. Everybody's different. There's going to be people you come across on YouTube. Somebody's going to turn on my channel for the very first time, listen to me talk for 10 seconds and say, I can't stand this guy. I don't know why. I don't like his voice. I don't like the hat he's wearing. I don't like the space that he has between his eyes. I mean, just whatever reason. His ears are big. It's going to happen. And somebody else can say, watch me for 10 seconds and say, I like this guy. I mean, and that's how it is. So when, you know, somebody I don't like, Ronnie may like. Somebody Ronnie likes, I have no desire to watch. And that's the same with everybody. It's just a personal choice, a personal opinion. But yeah, there are some people out there that you just cannot, I can't just stand to hear their voice. Men and women, both, just across the board. And I know the same people feel the same about me. But like Ronnie, do you see what, do you agree with what I'm saying? Or I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people now I cannot stand, and they have a hard problem me not liking them. Like, dude, get over it. I don't like the way you walk. I don't like the way you smell. I don't like the way you come off. I don't like your car. I don't like where you live. I don't like what you sell. I don't like you, period. Like, and I just don't watch them. And that's the thing. I don't care to watch somebody, and that's it. I keep it moving. You know, I don't get the whole trolling thing. I don't get the whole, you know, trying to cause drama. You don't like somebody, just move on. There's no reason to start issues. But some people eventually, and I've been known to call a few different stupid people out. So have you. You know, they get under the skin and all of a sudden. But a lot of people, they don't want to see that. You know, they just want to see.
Right.
You know, they want to see the positivity. They don't want to see the negativity that comes with it.
And also, and here's a really good point when it comes to like YouTube. There are certain people, dude, I love to watch, and I make it known I really enjoy watching them. they don't have to have 1 million subscribers to be successful in my book. Example, Louis the Seller. Here's the Louis the Seller plug again. I mean, this dude, I think Friday he had 12 subscribers. And guess what? He could have one. I think I was his first subscriber when he redid his channel. and that's okay. I enjoy watching. I don't care how many subs he has. I've always enjoyed him. I'm always going to enjoy him unless he turns into a jerk. Then I won't. But what you don't want to do is get stuck. It's like, oh, this dude's got 10,000 subs, so he must be good at what he's saying. Not always the case, you know, or this person's only got 1,000 subs, so he must not be very good. Not always the case. So I think it's really important not to judge people off, you know, your original encounter with them, whether it be watching a video or something. But I mean, I'm guilty of it. Like I said, if I don't like your voice, I mean, I don't know. It's just this thing, and we all, if you disagree with me, then you're a liar. Okay, so we all have that.
It's like music. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than music. Let's say, because I kind of like hip hop music a lot. I mean, older. I don't like the newer stuff. And it's the same thing. Like, I like Wu-Tang Clan, Jay-Z, and all that. But when you get to these new people, I don't even understand. They're not even speaking English. They're just mumbling and stuff. I can't deal with it. It's like kids. I'd rather chew glass than listen to this garbage today. And it drives me crazy. I mean, I just, it's really painful. But I know for myself, like, don't worry about it, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for myself, there was 3 people that I just extremely loved their channels. One was Dallas Moore. I mean, and he's a great friend. You know, now he doesn't make videos. I know why, but, you know, I'm not going to, that's his thing. You know what I mean? Why? But he still has a YouTube channel. He's active. I mean, a Facebook page. He's active over there, Picking Live. I mean, he's a great person. He has more views on one video, I think, than I have on my whole channel. It's like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And then there was I don't remember if anybody's gonna remember this. They had their little music to start the thing. They're like da 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 da.
No,
you remember that?
I don't know.
Anybody? Marion Spring Pickers. They're 2 guys. And they'd find like all this junk, and you know, it's kind of real picking, like barns, auctions, estate sales, you know what I mean? And I just enjoyed their videos. They were even on a show, what the hell was the name of it? Did the pawn shop in Detroit. What the hell was it called? Hard style porn, hard porn, hard. Dude, that doesn't sound right. It sounds like I'm saying porn.
Hardcore pawn.
Something like that. They were on there trying to sell this like huge cabinet for like a few minutes. It was kind of cool. It was like, hey, look at that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I understand, like Dallas, for instance. I mean, his business has grown so much. He has a family now, daughter. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people, they grow out of it and they move on to other things, and then
yeah, just because somebody's not making videos anymore doesn't mean they failed at reselling. That's for sure. It's some people just move on to something different, and it is what it is. Yeah, but I've got one. I bet you don't have on your list.
Who?
It seems like all the guys, and I'm thinking, everybody I'm thinking of didn't have a whole lot of subscribers, but nobody had a whole lot of subscribers.
I was gonna say, dude, back then it was like 1,000, 2,000.
Yeah,
maybe.
you were really killing it. But you remember Cripple Picker?
Dude, I have him on the list.
Ah,
he's on the list. He's on the list.
Okay, do you want to say something about Cripple Picker?
You know, it was funny because when I was talking to Dallas, me and Dallas were like, whatever happened to him? Like, remember he was like in a trailer or a small house, and
Yeah.
he was a smoker, if I remember right. He had some issues with health. He was like a
And
truck driver or something. I mean, he was. I don't know whatever happened to dude, but
I
he
remember he was always complaining that people would give him negative feedback that his stuff, that the stuff smelled like smoke. It's like, but yeah, he was hospitalized for quite a while, and he pretty much left reselling, and he got into like, what is it? Some type of marketing thing.
Amway?
No, it was like a online like a pyramid type marketing, that kind of stuff. So I don't know what he's up to now or anything else, but I don't even know if his YouTube is still up. But it was the cripple picker, and man, Ronnie always busts on me for smoking. I mean, this dude was like had one in each hand, and he had behind him on his counter, like for 6 months, the same, was it Raid? A can of Raid.
I don't remember.
A can of something would sit there for, it seemed like 6 months, and the same cabinet door was open, and I mean, it was just everything. It was like stuck in time there, and you could actually see dust growing on everything. But yeah, I don't know what's happened to him.
I don't know either. Unfortunately, I'm not. I mean, he was in bad health. I mean, who knows? I mean, but
yeah.
I mean, then there was I mean, think about, we're doing a live show. Who was the first people to do a live show? Was Bret Hart, and who's the kid, the kid that smashed the freaking gold Yahtzee.
Oh.
Vintage Fetcher.
Yeah.
And then they had Yankee Picker on there. I know somebody was talking about him. He's up in Massachusetts somewhere. I know he's close somewhere in my area. And there was another guy too, sold baseball cards. I can't think of his name for the life of me.
That was Trash Talking Treasures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Wally. Wally, where? Something with a W, maybe. Maybe it was Will. Wally.
I remember they featured my Beatles record while it was happening. So that was, back then I was talking to, I think it was Fetch that I talked to about that, and they had it on their show.
I mean, I remember someone talking about it before I knew you, because then when you told me the story about it, I was like, I know you, from the story.
Yeah. Oh, Yogi Picker. There were some people out there that
I forgot about him,
that were just mean, and he was one of them that was just a mean guy that would just pick on people.
I remember him spray painting a box, talking about, you can ship this anyways, out there with white spray paint, painting a USPS box. And I'm like,
yeah,
I was like, yo, this dude is funny. I mean, he wasn't around too long. He was making a video. I think he got kicked off YouTube for making it. Then he was snorting coke or something. It was like flour or something, making that. It was just crazy. And then there was, then there's that guy Paul that was on their show, and then he left and I think he was on a show with Mike, maybe, because then they had a show for a little while. He did like paper, and I think now he sells books. Every once in a while, he'll pop up like a video here and there.
Oh, you're talking about oh crap. I actually had him on one of our shows, the meet and greet, before. Picker Goose.
Well, that's not who I was talking about, but yeah.
Oh. He was around. No, he was around back then.
Yeah, he was around. He's actually, I think he's a school teacher now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Paul Mall. Sounds like the cigarette.
Yeah, I think he's one of Mike's buddies, Global Vidoo's buddies.
I mean, he had
his show.
Now remember Mike for a while. He had his morning show.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's done a bunch of different things.
Yep.
Still around. Still making videos every day.
Okay, I got one. I bet it's not on your list. Ed Evans.
Dude, I was thinking about him the other day when we were thinking about a topic, but I totally forgot him today, though.
Yeah, he passed away.
Did he really?
Yeah, cancer, dude. You know how he was always talking about how he survived cancer and he beat it? It jumped back in probably 6 months ago, maybe. He passed away. Yeah, it hit him pretty quick and he lost the battle. So, but yeah, go. I think his channel's still up, and he was always like, I don't know, Baltimore, you know, like, hey, what's up, my homies? You know, I mean, just really, yeah. And
I worked with a guy that looks just like him, acts just like him, and I couldn't stand the guy, unfortunately. I mean, Ed, I didn't mind him too much, but I didn't really watch a lot of his channel.
he got a lot of hate. He got a lot of hate. I think he probably got the most hate out of the earlier channels. I mean, you know, I went back in a few months ago, I went and looked at his subscriber, and I think he was at like 800, but he was like, that was really good, you know, back then. And he got, I mean, for the shoes, I remember this one instance to where he bought a pair of shoes or something and they had a hole in them or something, and he's like, I'll still sell these things, you know. And people were like, dude, I mean, just gave him all kinds of hate. But he always I don't know, I enjoyed watching Ed, and he always had a notebook. He was very organized when it comes to what he wanted to do. He was always writing it down. So
that's very sad that he passed away, though.
Yeah, how many of you guys remember Ed Evans in the chat?
I don't know too many of the people, because YouTube's changed just over the last.
It has changed. It has
the last
changed.
Like 4. I mean, looking at 4 years probably now. I think about 3 years. No, about 4 years making videos. I mean, both of us, and you know, the landscape has changed definitely. Remember the first guy I remember watching a video, well, one of the first was Redneck Picker.
I never watched him.
I remember he had like an Oklahoma hat, or I think it was Oklahoma or Nebraska or something like that. And then he was on TV or something shortly after. Like I came at the end, like I watched some of his other videos before that, and it was like, oh. And then he had the other guy, he had an orange car. He was his buddy there. He fell off of like a power line. He was like a lineman or something.
Oh, James Bunch.
Yeah, RJ. I think it was RJ. Yeah, Jamie. Maybe.
Jamie Bunch or something like that.
RJ.
Yeah.
And then let me see who else.
Matthew Lesko. Isn't Matthew Lesko the guy in the question mark suit that would sell like books that like you can get a grant for anything?
I don't remember who that dude is. I don't remember.
Matthew Lesko. Is that who he said? Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
And then everybody knows, you know, Global Voodoo was, you know, one of the first and probably one of the longest running YouTube channels out there. He's pretty much done something with everybody out there as far as like old school.
Oh, I just saw that somebody.
And then, you know, Picking Profits, he came along, and when, oh my God, Skinner just brought up freaking Flipping Profits. Man.
Was that the crazy guy who was like,
my God,
I'm gonna be there, this is a glass of water, and I'm gonna sell a glass of water, and I'm gonna sell sand. I go to water and I sell sand.
I think he took all his videos down. And yeah.
I went looking for his channel the other day. I think he has one video up.
Oh.
He was a strange guy. He'd be a fun guy to have coffee with, or to have a beer with and see what's up.
Yeah. I think Andrew, I mean, okay, Mike was pretty much, I mean, he was pretty much more like a Holly type, and you know, he had his own internet sales, and he had a show. And then Andrew, I think this is what I remember. Andrew was like one of the first like real Amazon type people besides coffee mugs. Everybody wanted to learn about coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Mike also did some Amazon, but I just remember Andrew as being like the Amazon person, as you know, actually getting it moving, even though he was doing books, and that bored the crap out of me. But a lot of people learned a lot of stuff from him. So
before I forget, think about the person I was. Will Stoner.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill. Yeah.
He was.
I just he popped in my head as we were thinking. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that guy.
He was the dude down in his basement. He had to put sheets up because he had so much stuff around him.
I thought that was his garage.
Okay, maybe it was his garage.
He had the mannequin in the back of the thing.
Yeah. Picking Profits is in the chat. He says he's been around since May 23rd, 2012. Dude, I came around in 13, so you weren't there much longer before me.
I don't know what I made. I'm not going to look either. I have no idea when I made my first video, but not interested in going finding out. Trying to think who else. Then there was Deep South Picker, Deep South Southern Corey was his name. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I'm trying to think who else there was. Remember the mother and daughter team? I can't think of their name though. They were from like Texas.
No,
they used to have like a contest thing, I think, or something. Some Like It Used, or maybe, or some. Anybody? am I just going off topic on this one? I think I was like something like that.
Well, I think that there's and a lot of people disappear. Okay, like if I disappeared for a year, okay, it would be really hard to come back and pick up where I left off. But certain people can do it. Crazy Picker Life did it. I think if they would have kept going the first time without that big break in between, they would probably be right up there with Andrew and Mike, and as far as like subs and stuff like that. But it seems like it's the really good, and not that the people that are still around aren't good. It's just a lot of the good people disappear. So
the two guys from Boise. Wasn't that they still make videos, I think, but it's now a guy and a girl.
Oh, Urban Diggers.
Urban Diggers.
Yeah.
Remember, he used to be with his friend, and all of a sudden it's like it changed, and then he was with his wife, and it was like, oh, after like a year disappearance, it was like, okay, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, and you know, things happen in life with people. I mean, it's, you know, people get divorced, and it's kind of strange because it's almost like public. You know, I didn't see too much of the Urban Diggers before, you know, the split up, and then I think his new wife's name is Darcy. She seems to be a very nice person. Zach, he's definitely high strung. He's very excited at all times. You know, it's pouring down rain, and we're going to an estate sale. But I mean, some people are, and that's just how some people are. I mean, so you have a big big gap. You have some people that are like monotone, and you have, which a lot of people might like. And then you have some people who are really high energy that some people might like, but some people hate both of those. They want right down the middle. And
I wonder if, like, I mean, a lot of people, I'm assuming, we both know, like, they're one thing on camera, then you get them off camera, and totally something else. It's like,
I would have an issue with that. I mean, I truly would. If I've been watching somebody for a long time, and you get to know people. I mean, you think you get to know people, okay? And if you met them in person and they just don't seem to be the person you thought they were, I would have an issue with that. I would be disappointed. Speaking of the devil, there's Dallas in the chat.
What's up, Mr. Dallas? How about, remember Spokane Pickers?
Yeah. Dude, we've tried to pull them out of retirement 2 or 3 different times, man. We got them on our shows and we've got them talking, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, what happened? But yeah, I'd like to see them come back.
I think they're doing Amazon though.
Oh man, are you serious?
Hey, you gotta follow the money. You gotta do what's best for you.
I know, but I mean, see, and as a viewer, okay, this is what's important, guys. I think it's really important.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
As a viewer, I think that I went to see like the Spokane Pickers. They would be picking up the stuff that I like the old Commodore units, the cool old stuff. And it's just disappointing for me if somebody like that moves towards Amazon. Not that it's bad for them to do it. I'm talking about as a viewer. Okay. And that's like, if people like Ronnie because, they're interested in higher end men's clothes. And then all of a sudden he says, well, I'm going to go into private labeling. See you later. I mean, it would be disappointing. I mean, it would be a good thing for you, but as a viewer, it's disappointing.
Like I've always said, though, my channel has always been just where I'm going. It may end at any point. It may, I quit for like 7 months at one time. You actually dragged my butt out of retirement. I mean, I was just looking now when I first made my first video. I made my first video April 19, 2012. Hey, that video actually has 891.
Yeah.
views.
Yeah. Yeah. Terminal 99. It's Joel Dodson says he's an old school picker and YouTuber. See, and with me, when I was up in Indiana, it was old school stuff. It was going to the auctions, finding this older stuff. And we just kind of had to adjust moving down here. I mean, I've been buying a ton of video game stuff. I mean, it's cool, but it's just not the stuff that we're used to, picking up like up in Indiana, but it's just evolving, I guess. Let's see.
Remember, usually he's in the chat, but Bonafide Picker.
Oh yeah.
He had a channel there for a little while. He's around still.
Oh yeah, I was just I talked to him just the other day, so it had to do with something I can't remember, but it wasn't a good thing. I mean, it was good between me and him, but it was something that was happening, probably a drama thing, and we were laughing at it or something. What? Answer JJ, please. JJ, where's JJ? Oh, is that the Faded Glory guy? Man, he goes to everybody's channel and talks about how great Faded
Bean was before.
Faded Glory is. Yeah.
Then there was Resale Renegade. He was always in a car making a video for the most part.
Yeah, I remember the name, but I don't remember the face.
I didn't watch a lot of his stuff. Last time I remember him, he was like on a cruise or something talking about Amazon or something like that. A lot of these people, they just disappear altogether. Like, you'll see them on Facebook and everything, and next thing you know, their Facebook's gone, YouTube's gone, and like,
Yeah. You know who's been around for a while? Is Drew, the California picker.
oh, that guy that keeps on spamming in the side chat. I was gonna let him sweat it out a little bit.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know he was here.
Oh, he's let himself be known a few times already.
Yeah, Drew's been around a while. He's been around a while. If you don't know who Drew is, he's eclectic, and he's very let's see, what are some words we can use for him? Very detailed, extravagant. It's like Drew can sell this tape measure like no other. It's like, oh, look at this beautiful tape measure. As you can see, we can take it out to 5 inches or 10 inches. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I can get 12 inches. Is that just not the awesomest thing? Oh, this is so beautiful. You know, the thrift store had $5.99 on it, but I didn't pay that. And I'm not going to tell you what I paid. That's true. Where's all the shade being thrown, Chad? See?
Who said shade?
Okay, let's go into it.
Okay, I got one for you about
drama.
shade. Oh, you want shade? I'll give you one that I couldn't stand his damn channel, and we actually had to have a phone call to talk about it. Was RB3?
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone too.
Just he had the other two clowns that I couldn't get along with. The fake and fake. The 3 Fs could have named this. You want to talk about a bunch of frauds? Oh, if I miss my Amazon payment, I'm gonna foreclose on my house. It's like, you start bouncing. If you're that strapped for money, something's wrong.
Well, dude, when you literally fail and have to go back to a job, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't write an ebook about how not to do what you did. You know, I mean, it's like it can just be difficult, and and there's nothing wrong with failing in this business. And so there's nothing wrong with failing, because you're going to fail in life. And what you do is you just pick it up and adjust, or you go back to work.
Those are people I didn't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going back to work. Shit.
Here's a question somebody posted earlier, Ronnie. Have you ever done an interview with somebody you didn't like? Either of you?
That I didn't like?
Asking both of us. Yeah.
I don't think I would be on someone's channel if I didn't like them.
Yeah. Well, here's my answer to that. Okay. When they were on my channel, I didn't have a problem with them. Typically, that's how it happens. Okay. You have them on your channel, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, why is that dude doing that? Or why is she doing that? And yeah, typically my issues with people are after they've been on my channel. But somebody said, stay true. That's one thing about Ronnie and myself. I tell you what, if you can call us out on anything, please do. But neither one of us are liars. Neither one of us make ourselves out to be any more than what we are. Neither one of us, I mean, it is what it is. And we try to be straight shooters. And I know that's bit us in the butt a couple times, but that's how it is.
We got some, I thought of another one too. Retro retail, or retro retail. I remember it was the two friends. They were selling while they're in college, and then can't even think of their names. Tyler and Nathan, I think.
I don't remember. Yeah,
I haven't. one every once in a while shows up in my group, and the other one I haven't talked to in a while.
I think the biggest splash reseller was Steve Rake and Profit. As far as, I mean, he hit the scene, and maybe it's because he jumped in a lot of places and pulled people from a lot of different. I call him a splash because, I mean, he was pretty quick, got successful, and you know he's still climbing. And some people I tend to do this with Rake and Profit, and that's just an honest statement because some of the stuff I find interesting. His early videos I found interesting because it was pretty much with what I was doing when he got into like the ebooks and the Kindle and the bubblegum, the vending machine things. It really didn't interest me, so I didn't watch near as much. But he picked up a lot from all these different venues, and I couldn't even tell you what he's doing now. Well, I mean,
no, just read something over here.
Oh,
I had to die when I just seen that comment. I'm not gonna read it out loud, but holy shit. But I mean, I've met Rakin a few different times. He's actually a good kid.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's I think you could be friendly with somebody, but you might not have to like everything they do, and that's fine. I mean, me and you fight all the time sometimes about littlest damn things.
Yeah.
And then we still talk. Not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm not saying I fight with him, but he's a good kid. But it's just he's doing his thing. He's doing whatever works for him. You know. What else? Remember Bonafide Hustler? He had the blackboard in his early videos.
And okay, for the record, there are some names that we know of we are not even going to bring up because we personally feel that they've only done damage to the community, so we're not even going to bring them up. And just because we say somebody's name doesn't mean we support them or we don't support them. We're just giving you guys the evolution of YouTube and people who have been relevant and have had an effect on, you know, the reselling community with YouTube. So not that we endorse anybody, or, I mean, if I tell you I really like this person, I'm endorsing them. If I don't say, that doesn't mean I dislike them. I just, like I said with Steve, I don't really know exactly what he's doing right now. And I didn't mean that out of disrespect. I just don't know what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched really any of his videos since he did the cross-country trip thing. And even after that, and that got bored after a while. But I just like the whole idea, you know, traveling and thrifting.
And that's the thing. I mean, we're saying this as viewers, and I know people will say the thing. That's just a critique, you know. It's, don't take it personal if somebody says I just was not able to watch your video for so long. It's like, oh, that's okay. Appreciate it. But
I'm trying to think who else.
Somebody says, oh,
well, you get lost over there in that chat. That chat.
Yeah, Andrew.
Then there was remember the what's his name? Juan Santana. I know.
Oh yeah, Juan. Man, that guy down in Florida, his YouTube channel was all over the place. Okay. He was talking a lot of reselling, then he ran for office. Okay. He ran for office, and he's getting in fights with the cops around his area. I mean, it was like interesting for me. I was like, oh, what kind of stuff is he going to get into with the cops this week? You know, so I don't know. Different people are drawn to different things. I'm too raw. What do you mean I'm too raw?
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Yeah. See, I'm not going to take that personal. I mean, some people, we are too blunt. Some people think that we're too blunt and all that.
Then there was Preacher Picker or Preacher.
Oh yeah, the guy with all the guitars and stuff behind him.
I thought about him. A few people also. I couldn't remember this other person. Remember the lady who used to do a haul video? You never see her face. I think she lived in New Jersey or New York or something, and she had a checkerboard, I think it was, and she would show what she got on the checkerboard. Anybody remember that?
No, but I remember the Preacher Picker. I do, and I remember him going through where he got scammed or something, and he was unboxing it, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know something, we have forgotten more about the resellers. I mean, it's just exploded, dude.
Maybe it was Paper Castle.
It's just exploded. And then when you have a huge explosion like this on YouTube, with resellers, you're going to have competition. And when you have competition, you're going to have drama. And man, it used to be. Now I know Ronnie can vouch for this. Ronnie and I have lived through some like pretty big dramas on when it comes to YouTube. We didn't make it super public like a lot of people do, but it's taxing on you. It really is. But you know something, it's going to be there. A lot of people, the way they feel they can move up is by cutting people down, their competition. And I think if everybody is if you're being straight and honest, and I'm not even going to say transparent anymore, you know something, because it's up to people. Somebody doesn't have to prove that they're selling $10,000 a month to be taken serious. Just like we were saying about YouTube channels, just because you only have 1,000 subs doesn't mean you're not relevant and you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So Drew, don't even start, dude. Don't make me kick you. Trust me, he does not, he doesn't, he hasn't been around long enough to gain
and there was also I don't know where you're going, but
yeah, I mean, and there's a ton of new people out there, and I encourage it. If and everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. I know Ronnie had said this before, and I said it before. Man, to get to 1,000 subscribers, it was like, holy cow, it's like unbelievable. I never dreamed we would get to this point. And I don't know, it's just, you need to just enjoy it. I mean, if you're making content, enjoy it. Let's see.
Then there was also remember the Ninja Picker?
I remember Nego Picks.
He got roasted.
Yeah. I said we weren't going to name anybody that doesn't deserve it, but Nego Picks, he deserves a mention. This dude, no, this was funny, man. This guy, and I could probably say this, and it's not that I hate him, but it was just so funny. It was so funny to anybody. And you know something, if he wants to come and sue me, I don't even know if that's his name that he uses anymore, but it was funny. He was coming around saying that he was doing he was the only person, okay, that is an authorized Apple seller. Apple authorized him to sell their stuff. And he lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, and he said he gets crates delivered to his apartment every day, or skids. And I was asking him, it's like, man, I'm really needing an Apple iPhone or something. And I'm like, can you help me out, man? And he's like, yeah, I got all these skids, but they're off camera. You can't. Oh my gosh. And it's this apartment building. And he says, yeah, I have a big cargo elevator for just for me. It was just unbelievable, but he got ran out of town. And typically that's what happens. You're going to come across total frauds and total fakes. Okay. But those people typically get run out of town. Okay. Because like I've said this a million times, the viewers aren't stupid. Okay. Resellers, they're not stupid. They can weed through the BS. And yeah. Katie Patton.
She still make videos? I was just thinking.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And Scrapperella, we're early.
I forgot about Scrapperella. We're in there. We have a group together.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Scrap. Forgot about you. Struggleville people were talking about him. I remember him.
Oh, yeah.
I actually didn't even know he made videos still till like a few days ago.
Yeah, he's made the news recently. And GillDaddy was they had a nice stint.
Oh, I forgot about them too.
Yeah, they moved away from reselling and went into private labeling. So
they started making some videos recently, though. I don't know if I watched them, but I know they have made they make a video every once in a while. Somebody said something about somebody else. Where was it? Oh, I forgot now. Coco Army. Remember him? He was from Canada. And then
remember him.
Then he made a new channel, and he was driving around the United States in a van, like a camper van. And he kept having issues. He couldn't even get out of Canada because the van kept on breaking down. It was a blue van, I think.
Joe Lowe. I hear you, brother, but this ain't the place.
Trying to think who else. Retro Josh. Remember the young kid?
Yes. He had he was going through, he had some type of disease, and he spent a lot of time in the hospital. And while he was in the hospital and while he was down, he was constantly learning this reselling. And good kid. I need to check in with him because I haven't heard from him for a while. So
yeah, we had him on one of the meet and greets, but I mean, we haven't done any of those shows in a while now. So
yeah. And then there's Hubcap Joe DeMarco.
You still make videos?
Yeah, he makes them dude. That's all he does is just Friday night. He does one video a week, and he's talking about eBay. Good guy. Ronnie and I both have talked with Joe, and he's really a good guy. Ortiz Vintage. I remember him.
Ortiz Vintage.
I think.
That doesn't ring a bell with me for some reason.
Ortiz, have you been around a while? Like 4 or 5 years, probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ortiz Vintage. Kind of reminds me of. Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Oh, dude.
Michael Pierce got sick, didn't he?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. He's working on. He's getting back, and he's making some deals. So.
John the Picker. Or John Picker.
Dude, yeah.
Picker, whatever his name was.
Yeah, I enjoy. John the Picker still. He's been putting out a lot more of like gameplay and stuff like that. But he goes around Alpena, Michigan, and he digs. He's a junk picker. He goes out to people's on trash day. He'll pick up fans, and he'll pick up anything and try to get it running again, and he'll resell it. If he can't get it to run, then he'll scrap it out. And yeah, I've always enjoyed John the Picker, and he's a good guy. Yeah, for real skis. Yeah. Shit skis. Yeah. Yeah.
It was funny because Bonafide's in the chat, and I can still remember when I lost one of his contests early in the day for damn Civil War bullets. I didn't get them. That's all I know. I didn't get them.
He had Civil War bullets too.
Yeah,
I
he gave them away at a contest. I remember. And I bought the ones off you because I wanted them.
Who's the old dude that made videos on his back porch? You got to give me a little bit more than that, man.
Terminal 99.
Oh, yeah, that's Will, Terminal 99.
He hasn't been making videos as much recently.
Well, he's getting back, dude. He just did a really good video on
about the cast iron.
Yeah, electrolysis. See, I used to do that with a lot of my like Edison cylinder phonographs, some of those parts, and I also have a nickel plate. You can also nickel plate that way, and I have the setup for that. I still have it actually. Good grief, man. I hate to shut them up but there's a time and place for it, brother. You know?
I think I'm all out of like people. I mean, then there was people recently like yeah, I know where the trolls are coming from, unfortunately, most likely. What's his name? Resale Ronin.
Oh,
he's disappeared for about a year now. Yeah,
that's Paul Gummerson.
Yeah.
So we're getting kind of.
No, I mean more recently.
Now we're getting more recently.
You do a morning show every day. Basically, then you just get up and disappear. I mean, I think one of his last shows was with Nicole State, I think.
Oh, really?
Like right around that time. I mean, that's been a while. It's been at least a year, I would say. Paul got a job. Oh. Yeah, I talk to him like very seldom, but I always forget that he's around.
Yeah.
And then there was the Crazy Picker Life just stopped again for like the 4th time. And it's like he'll be back next year.
How can somebody have so many accounts?
You know, Google makes it actually so easy. That's the problem.
Do they? Do they? I don't know where all my moderators are. Or no, this is your channel.
This is my channel, dude. I think it's only me and you.
Somebody says, am I randomly timing people out? No, I'm not.
I'm just putting everybody in time.
I'm doing it on purpose. I may have actually gotten somebody on accident, but
I just let it go for a little bit. But if you get too stupid, it's like, okay, I'll give you the free speech part. You know, it's part of our thing. But you know, at some point, you know, you gotta get shut up.
Yeah. But there's a lot of new people out here that are actually Mr. Sadie, you're right, Mr. Sadie, that's for sure. It does, but it's not the place.
I mean, the new people it's all the same thing though.
Yeah.
There's a whole dude, everybody's gotta go at this point.
Let's see.
I'm just putting anybody. You say anything more political, you get and put in time. Anybody, I dare you.
Bonafide Hustler wants to know what the news is on the reseller rally.
I would say we're about 95% sold out, baby.
Yeah. That's
it. So we haven't talked about. Okay, I said no more. Anybody that wants Jesus, mother. Okay, but I mean, if you're waiting on the last second to get a ticket, you're gonna be ass out very shortly here.
Yeah. Are you gonna give away a ticket tonight? They're saying.
Not tonight.
Not tonight, guys.
We didn't advertise it.
Yeah.
We got some tickets to give out. Don't worry. Maybe if we like you. Maybe.
And yes, folks, we have seen the hate that we're getting for it. We have seen the It's amazing how now we've had a stellar reputation up to this point, and now we're scammers and fraudsters, and it's like, really? But yeah, we acknowledge the hate. We know you're out there.
Yes, Fresh Coast Finds. I'm like sniffing 10,000 here very shortly. I'm a few away. Probably be there by the weekend.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Is that JJ talking about the?
I don't know who Richard McGee is. I would have to check that. I don't remember.
Oh, I know that. Oh, I think he's a. I don't even know what the proper word is anymore. Richard McGee. I think he's a black guy.
Don't know the proper word anymore.
It's sad that I have to sit there and think about it because, you know, the past 40 years, I would say a black guy without anybody getting offended. But
don't dislike the channel, please. Por favor, por favor.
No, really. I mean, I do want to, you know, be sensitive, but I think but no, he's a good guy. I actually talked to him, I think maybe like a year and a half ago. So, Richard McGee, I believe that's who he is. He tried to copy my,
Faded Glory Dude, King.
that stuff has been, that stuff I've been listening has been selling. So that was a good, ooh, and one of the things I sold for $52.99 just for one item. So that just sold.
Oh boy.
Why? And what am I missing, man? Boy, they're just crazy in the chat, okay? When you talk about it, it makes it worse. When I talk about what?
I guess the who our new president is, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, we got the Easter Bunny in the chat. Hell yeah. Next, we're going to have Santa Claus. Dick Burns. There's one for you.
I tell you what, Dick Burns would be a dude that if he got upset, he would come to YouTube and let you know.
Didn't he have like a thrift store or?
No, and this is what's kind of crazy. He had a like a warehouse thing, and then he got out of it, and then he started making videos for a little bit, and he took us through. He bought a storefront.
Yeah,
he was gonna do like Magic of the Gathering games and set tables up and stuff like that. So I think that's. I mean, he was evolving, but I don't know where he's at right now.
I think he went back to work for somebody or to run a video game store or something like that.
Yeah, but this was supposedly after he left to go back to work. So, but yeah, did I already make the disclaimer that? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Oh, there's a college picker. I actually enjoyed his videos.
Yeah, he kind of did the same thing you did, okay? It's like he's called it college picker because he started his YouTube channel when he was in college, helping to pay for his stuff. Well, now he's graduated college. I think he's like a pharmacist or something, but he's still the college picker. So
legal
it's like,
drug dealer picker. No.
Yeah.
I mean, now he makes the bike videos, and they're actually kind of interesting. I just watch it because I think it's interesting. Somebody traveling across, you know, biking. I think it's crazy. And then they had a guy in there drinking piss and eating a snail. I'm like, oh man. Day before they were eating butter. I'm like, oh. I was like, okay, this is crazy. Black Widows. I was like, oh. It's just something different. If they're short little videos, I can watch short videos like really well. And if anything's over 10 minutes, I kind of really lose. All right. I give up. I give up.
That's funny. But yeah, I tell you what.
I can't think of anybody else, dude. Every once in a while, somebody will put one in the chat or. Oh, I forgot about my homeboy, Square Deal guy.
Oh yeah, I remember watching him going and buying tools at garage sale. He was always into tools.
Time to upgrade my camera. My camera's on my my whatever the hell you call it, iMac. No camera to upgrade. My camera's actually pretty good, I think. See me all in my glory.
Somebody saying, "Why do I have a string tied around my finger?" No, I have these wire ties. And I play with them while I'm talking. Sorry about that. Let's see. Of course, we have, Pete, the Craigslist hunter, which is a genuinely great guy. Stupid, massively. I'm saying this with respect. Massive, stupidly massive, massively successful and bigly successful on YouTube. He's got all these great factors that come together to make something good for people to watch. He's got a good personality. He's got good subject matter because he has an actual store. He has it to where people can see the transactions happening. Yes, bigly successful. He's huge on YouTube. Yes, I see Pete hitting 100,000 subs before anybody else.
He just has something that's different, and that's what it comes down to. I mean, I know a lot of people watch these people, that people, and my channel's kind of like a little bit here and there, but for the most part, you'll see me selling clothes, what I do. But it's mostly higher end clothes. It's different than what you see in a lot of these other oh, Jesus Christ. Here you go home too.
I didn't see the racist comments.
Neither did I. Well, I guess somebody said something about illegal immigrants, and I just blocked the whole thing.
That's not racist.
I can't really say anything about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just funny as hell. I forgot what I was just saying. Oh yeah, my videos. And in the summertime, I show what I get at yard sales, which is totally different than what I pick any other time of the year, or our estate sales when we go to those when I'm in the mood. I mean, there's so much stuff I pick up that you don't even see it just because it gets listed so fast. There's no death piles with me. I pick it up. I picked up stuff today. It will be on tomorrow. How many damn accounts do you have? Really?
No kidding, man. Is that not crazy? I swear it's been about 20. We've got one guy, for you guys who are watching this later, we've got one guy that he keeps coming back like 20 different times saying the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't disagree with what he's saying. It's just not the place for it. So unless, I mean, I just stuck my foot in my mouth. If it's negative, I disagree with it. But what I just saw wasn't bad. Jason T. Smith. He's pretty new to YouTube. He's that guy that was on television. What was that show called?
Thrift Hunters.
Yeah, Thrift Hunters. And the show ended, so he started up YouTube, and I think it's Jason T. Smith is his YouTube channel. So let's see. Who did I like that I don't see anymore? Come Up King. I don't recognize. There was that Glendon Cameron. I had heard of him, and I had heard all the bickering and fighting, the drama of him, but I never watched him. So I don't know anything.
Yeah, I never watched him all that much. I watched him a little bit. Then there's that whole culture, and I don't know how they fit into reselling. the
Marketers.
oh, fuck the marketers, dude. We're not talking about that. We're gonna, we're talking about like the guys that have the trip to the thrift videos, and they all have their own online stores, like Paul Cantu, and that guy's crazy. The whitest black guy I know. No, the blackest. I said that wrong. You know what I'm saying. But who else? Who else? Like Soul Food SF. They buy the vintage clothing and like stuff from the 90s, and they resell it online. They have like their whole reselling community over there, and they don't even cross into this one. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Fishing and picking, that's one that won't even get a mention. He's back, man. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Anybody else, guys, that you can remember? I'm trying to think, man. Because the only people that really actually had shows was Global Voodoo, was Trash Talking Treasures. And we're talking about when this stuff pretty much started, with YouTube and reselling.
Mike had a bunch of different videos. He had the ones with Paul, then he had the one, was it Warrior, something like that. And then he had the ones in the morning. Then he had the ones where everybody and their mother was on them. He'd bring a bunch of different people on. I think I was on one or two of those.
Yeah. A file droid. We've already talked about Bill Stoner. And as far as, let's see, Vintage Grab, you keep bringing up this Lindy Glenn. I don't know who, I'm assuming it's a she. I don't know who she is. That's about all I can say about that. I'm assuming she's new. Pretty new anyway. Yeah, there's a ton of new people out there.
But they're all selling the same thing. That's the problem. They're all selling the same thing.
Yeah. But
whenever I see the new people, and they're like, you see the suggested videos, you click on the suggested videos, and it's the same thing. Click another suggested video. It's all the bin digging. And I actually watch a few of their channels. I mean, like I watched the bin pickers. I watched theirs.
That's huge right now, dude. I mean, I said that not too long ago that the bin digging and like Nicole and Joe State, the bin digging, and that's getting a huge following. I think, oh my gosh, but that's cool. That's persistence. If they don't get negative, let them go for a little bit. But yeah. You got to give them persistence, man. Red Rider, I mean, she may be. I'll have to check her out. I'll have to check her out. That's cool. But yeah,
that's it. I was thinking about that guy earlier, the American Picker Man. Remember, he had like a job, and he was at his job, and he was like showing all these things. I think he was selling stuff on eBay, actually, for his grandkids' college fund or something like that. He was mostly from yard sales, if I remember right. He had like a catchy little song in the beginning of it, and like a little intro, and he'd be like season 5, season 6. I think he moved, or his wife got sick or something. And Mr. Sadie just said Pinkers Inc. Remember that? It was the guy that had like one of those sell it here eBay stores or consignment stores. And then they had the old guy, you'd never seen his face. You'd always see him from the back or something, or talking.
I don't remember. Albatross. Oh, that's
Brian.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that didn't make a whole lot of videos, but people know because they were like on our shows every week, like Texas Auction Picker. Yeah. Texas Auction Picker. His videos, a lot of them consisted of his camera running for 6 hours with the Barbie doll sitting there and a couple bras hanging off the wall behind behind his chair, or him sleeping in his chair. So we've always given him a hard time. Cool Toads. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot about Cool Toads. Cool Toads is the first channel I was ever on. So, like I said, we're going to give respect where it's due.
First channel I think I was ever on getting interviewed was actually Dallas Moore.
Really?
Yeah. Dallas Moore did a little show for a little while. For like a, I know it was, I did one of them, Coco Army did one, and Louis Mancia or something. He was another guy that made videos for a little while.
I
Another guy,
recognize that name. Something
like that. I might be saying his name wrong. I am not good with pronunciations. Don't kill me. I'm sorry, but please understand. It's not a strong point. My strong point is making money. Yeah. Sorry.
Jeff Davidson's another one. From, I'd say it's been like 3 years. It's been about 3 years. A lot of these, but if you guys think about it, 3 years ago, it's still pretty early when it comes to the beginning, you know. So what do you think it's going to be? Okay, Ronnie, what do you think it's going to be like in another 10 years? I mean, I'm sure YouTube is going to be going strong in 10 years, as well as probably a couple other platforms to where people can learn from.
Well, we always thought other platforms were going to be here. You know, there was that, remember there was that other platform everybody moved over to for a little while, or certain people did.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Can't remember the name of it.
But, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But it was that platform. I mean, platforms come and go, but YouTube is probably going to be, it's like eBay. You know, something else is going to pop up there. Everybody's kind of like, oh, did you see Bonanza? Did you see Etsy? Let's go over there. And then they all come running back.
Yeah. We haven't met any enemies tonight, have we?
Yeah, I don't think we're awfully normal. Why do we have like 100 dislikes or something?
Do we really?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
We only have 9. That ain't nothing.
Yeah. We can live with that.
Yeah. I'll expect another 10 probably in a week. So no big deal. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. You're still giving me doesn't matter if it's up or down. I still get it in my amorism. What year did you start an eBay account? That's an interesting question. I think me and you both started around the same time. Probably, I mean, both started selling on eBay probably in the late 80s. I mean, late 80s, late 90s.
90s. Yeah.
Selling baseball cards. I think that's all that was sold over there for a while. I don't think clothing got sold till like 2001. Because I remember I sold a pair of sneakers real early.
Hit that like button, guys. There's only 92 of them. Give Ronnie some love. What is Faded Glory? Oh, they're still talking about Faded Glory. I tell you what, there is one thing about some of these people is they are persistent.
You know what I got to give them? How much time they take and take out of their own business to come messing around over here. Like, yo, I got to love you guys.
Somebody's trying to get a rise out of me. See that?
Mark McGwire rookie cards. That shit was in 1984.
No, the home run cards were the money when he was breaking the record, and every time he would hit one, they'd release another card. Yeah, I was making $100 a card on those, the home run cards. Yes.
Graded cards. I was selling some of those for crazy money. I sold a Vladimir Guerrero Bowman's best refractor. There's only like 25 or 50 of them. It was a PSA 9, but it was off-centered, and at the time it was the highest graded Vladimir Guerrero card, and it's when he just went from Montreal to Anaheim, and he was like real, everybody wanted. I sold that card for $2,500 on auction on eBay.
Wow.
I seen a card, the same card, sell on, it wasn't even for $100. I was curious, like a few months back, I looked it up. to see if anybody had one of those cards, and a number 9 sold for like $84 or something like that. And I'm like, holy shit! Graded cards killed the market in general. I mean, I think that, and buying baseball cards for $20 a pack with 2 cards in it. It was like,
Yeah.
there's an autograph in every pack. It's like, nobody wants an autograph card of Brett Boone, though.
Mad Maiden, she'd been around a while.
Yeah.
You know, when she left, we'd probably need to get a hold of her, because she did say that she would come on our channel once she got back and stuff. So maybe we need to reach out to her.
Yeah, I remember when she had Facebook, and then they took her Facebook down because you had to have your real name supposedly. So she got, they caught her with that. I chat with her every once in a while. I don't know if I'm sub to her still. I gotta check it out, because I know for whatever reason, there was like a glitch or something. I deleted. I mean, I didn't delete, but I lost a lot of people, like subscriptions, or every once in a while I'll be like, oh, I thought I was subscribed to that person.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin. I don't know whatever happened to that guy, where he is now. He's with the Lakers, ain't he? Or you wouldn't know anyway. Lin Sanity. I was out of baseball cards buying by then. I think the last real basketball cards I was real big into buying were like the probably like around 2099, like Jason Terry or Paul Pierce. Like that whole draft class of 98, 99 was crazy. Yeah, like Vince Carter, Antoine Jameson, Rashid Lewis, Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
And then guys that were supposed to be good, like Robert Tractor Trailer. He died, actually. And then there's Rafe LaFrance and Michael DeCondi, Michael Bibby.
Yeah, Ed Evans. Yeah, your late Philly Flash. We talked about Ed earlier, man. I enjoyed watching Ed, man. I talked to him a couple times, and yeah, he's a good guy. I enjoyed him. He took some getting used to, that's for sure. But let's see. I don't know.
I think it's time to hang.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We even appreciate the trolls tonight. So
that's when you're getting loved.
Yeah. I don't know. That was crazy tonight, though. Holy cow. Maybe we can get the trolls to come in an after show and talk to us. You think they have the balls to do that?
No. Autumn Upscale Retail, remember her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Thrifty Lounge.
I have an issue with that lady, actually. Thinking about it now.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. But, she's...
Anyway. There was another lady, too, that used to do... I am actually friends with her on Instagram. Scarlett something. Yeah. She was like doing yard sales, and she lived in Georgia, and she was pulling stuff out of her expedition. Like, I got this for $1 and this for $2.
Kim's been sick for 3 weeks. I mean, really sick. So we haven't been able to do many. We're excited about doing, because we're going to do a giveaway for our 13,000 subscribers. And as soon as she's well enough, we're going to get that video done. And we're going to be giving away $100. So we're excited about that.
Can I play?
You absolutely can.
Yeah, boy.
Anybody can be in this. But you're going to have to send us a postcard from your state or your city. That's what it's going to be. We're going to tell everybody because we have a mailing address. We have a box, and we're going to tell everybody to send us a postcard from your state or city, because we're hoping to get a postcard from every state in the country. So I think that's pretty cool. And then Kim will actually, during a live show, she'll pull out the winner. I think that's fair, right? That'd be a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
But be watching our channel, Golden Finger Picker, for an update on that, hopefully soon. And I know we're forgetting a lot of people tonight, guys, but that's what happens. Time's going so fast.
I think we kind of touched on a lot of different people. I mean, if we forgot about you, it's not on purpose. Sorry, but
Yeah.
you know, you can tell us after. You can tell us after in the chat.
Yeah.
Who your favorite, maybe YouTuber of the past is, and then current. You know, and
also once again, just because we brought your name up tonight doesn't mean we endorse you. Just because we didn't bring your name up tonight doesn't mean we don't endorse you. It's just, if we said we liked you, then that means we liked you. If we said we didn't like you, that means we didn't like you. Everybody else, if we didn't say that either way, then, you know, it's not a hit or a praise. So let's see how many lawsuits we'll get for using names.
Yo, dude, somebody gives me one of those, I'm gonna freaking snap, dude. I will be on a plane meeting somebody, dude.
See, that's the kind of agitation that if I get something like that, then it's almost like when you tell a 2-year-old, don't do that, don't do that. What's it gonna do? Okay, I'm the damn 2-year-old, because yeah, I don't
endorse anybody unless you're gonna be at the conference. How about that?
Yeah. Yes, but I can say I was mentioned in this show for my ebook. Oh, dude.
Do people even sell ebooks anymore?
I don't know.
Lightning in a box one time.
No, Redneck MacGyver. Okay, I'm not saying I'm neutral in anything. Okay, I'm not saying I'm neutral, but this isn't the time and place to.
It definitely isn't the place.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking about that stuff. Who cares about that stuff?
Whether we like the people we talked about tonight or don't, they're relevant and they had an influence on the reselling community. Some people we like, some people we don't. I mean, that's just how it is in this world. So, and we're just because we don't like them doesn't mean that they don't deserve, you know, a mention.
I think I actually liked back. I think I actually liked back in the day. Everybody was actually fairly decent. I watched everybody for the most part.
Yeah.
Today I can't stomach more than half the people.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but.
Well, I think there's just different agendas out there than what it used to be. I think it's agenda driven, and
too many people got egos today too. Like, man, it's like everything has to be a competition.
Yeah.
And I don't get that part either. It's like,
well, and you have a lot of old school people like me, and you know, a lot of people out there that are intimidated by these new upcomers. I'm not intimidated by people who do 10 times as much as me, who are 10 times as young as me. You know, I don't care about. If I don't like you, it's because I have my reasons. Or if I do like you, you know, it's not because you're some leader or anything like that. It's because I like you. So
I have to say, you got a new hat, didn't you?
I've got several hats. I can't remember. I got this from.
Is that yellow?
I got this to my Secret Santa. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you all for coming out today.
Yes. I want to see some of these trolls in the after show. We've got trolls tonight, and I know they're watching. So I just want to ask you some questions, and I'll be really nice about it. I promise you. I mean, I don't have any problem with any of what you guys did tonight. It's just this wasn't the place to do it. But I just want to ask a couple questions like why you do it. So come in the after show and answer a couple questions.
All right, everyone. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to visit Chad, the Golden Figure Picker channel. And Friday night, we'll have a show with.
Yeah, the Reseller Pulse. And don't forget to check www.resellerrally.com. There's only a few tickets left, and they're going to go very soon. So,
yeah. And next week on Pickers Church, we'll give away a ticket. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but it's not going to be what we did last time. That definitely for sure.
Wow, that was cool, but it was too much to handle.
Hurt my eyes, dude. Hurt my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. See you later, homies.
Thanks, guys.